Elena Serenade by Campbell Geeslin. Genre: fantasy is a made-up story that could never happen. What makes this story a fantasy? What happens when Elena plays her serenade?
In Mexico, the sun is called El Sol, and the moon is called La Luna. I am called Elena. My papa is a glass blower. He puffs out his cheeks, blows into a long pipe, and a bottle appears at the other end, just like magic. One afternoon, I find an old pipe of Papa's. I ask him if he will teach me to be a glassblower too, but he shakes his head. You are too little, Elenita, and the hot glass might burn you. Besides, who ever heard of a girl glassblower? Even though I am mad as a wet hen, I don't let Papa see my tears.
I got home, my brother Pedro asked, "Why the sad face, Elena?" "I want to blow glass, but Papa says I'm too little. Anyway, who ever heard of a girl glassblower?" "Monterey is where the great glassblowers are," Pedro says. "You should go there." "Should I?" "I'm scared to leave Papa, but maybe I should." The next morning, I borrowed a pair of Pedro's trousers, hide my hair under the old sombrero, and set out. Since girls aren't supposed to be glassblowers, I'll pretend that I am a boy. El Sol blazes like Papa's furnace, and the road is long. I get hotter and hotter until at last I must rest. To pass the time, I puff out my cheeks and blow on my pipe. What is that? A pretty sound comes out. Every so getting, I blow again. The notes get higher. Put-tat. I can hardly believe my ears. My pipe is making music. I blow easy and then harder, put-tat, until I find all the notes for a happy song called Belisle. I take the music, go clip-clop, just the way a burro trots along. Over and over I play the tune, my heart flying higher when every note at last there are no mistakes. From behind the cactus barrel trucks up, says, "Oh, Senor, I was lost and lonely until I heard my song. Now I'm smiling. See, may I take you someplace?" "See," I said. I am on my way to Monterey to learn to be a glassblower. If you can make music, I'm sure you can make glass. Burro said. I climb on his back, and off we go. And it's almost evening when we take over Run Rover, limping along. Oh, Senor, runner. I say you are supposed to fly like the wind. ¿Qué pasa?
Roadrunner sighs. I might as well be a turtle. Every time I try to run, one of my legs forgets how. Even a rock can go faster. Let's try this, I say. I will blow
blow my pipe slowly, and you step along with the music. I wonder if the steady beat of drum, Archa Grande de Mexico, will help. I sound the notes until I have it just right. Road runner's limp changes to a march. Oh, that music makes me proud to be a Mexican, he exclaims. Tum 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 tum. I play faster like a drum. Tum 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 tum.
Suddenly, Roadrunner surges ahead. "Where are you going?" he calls back to me. "I'm on my way to Monterey to learn to be a glassblower," I shout. "You play such a fine march, you'll certainly make a fine glassblower." His voice fades away as he disappears into a cloud of dust. That evening, after La Luna Grande has risen, Burrow lies down and I use him as a pillow. We have traveled all day and we are tired. As I drift off to sleep, I think of home. Sometime during the night, I am awakened by an awful howling. La Luna Grande is high in the sky and the desert is golden. Coyote runs toward us, chased by an owl, 2 bats, and a lizard who are hurling rocks at him. "¿Qué pasa, Señor Coyote?" I asked. His tongue hangs and he puffs and puffs. "When the luna is bright, I sing. I can't help myself, but everyone hates my song." "Let me hear you," I say. Coyote throws back his head. "Ouch, woo!" he howls. "Aye, aye," I cry. The owl hoots, the bats shriek, and the lizard covers his ears.
Listen to this, I say, and sing along. I take my pipe and blow very softly a note. It is the beginning of a song my papa used to sing to me, Felito Lindo. That sounds sweet as honey, Coyote says. "Let me try." He clears his throat and begins, "For when our hearts sing together, Felito Lindo." Love comes along. His voice is soft and low. "Bravo," I shout. "Bravo," cry the owl, the bats, and the lizard. The happy coyote asks me where I am going. "I am on my way to Monterey to become a glassblower. If you could teach me to sing, you can do anything," he declares. Then as the coyote sings his sweet love song to the La Luna, Burrow and I sleep back to sleep.
Next morning, Burrow and I start off with the sunrise, and at last we get to Monterey. There are many houses and buildings, and everyone is in a hurry. Before me is a factory where the furnace's giant mouth is full of bubbling glass. "Adios, mi amigo," I say to Burrow, and then step aside. In front of me, 4 big men stand as stiff as soldiers, puffing on long pipes. As their balloon cheeks shrink, glass bubbles appear and turn into tall bottles, medium bottles, and tiny bottles. "What do you want?" their boss yells at me. I cough and in a low voice I say, "Pro favor, senor. I want to be a glass blower." The men laugh. The boss winks and says, "Okay, muchacho. Let's see what you can do." I twirl the end of my pipe in the hot glass just like Papa does. What is going to happen? I close my eyes and gulp a deep breath. I puff out my cheeks and begin to play a song called Estrelita, about a little star. When the men hear music, they laugh even harder. I think they will never stop, but then I remember how my pipe helped Burrow, how it helped Roadrunner and Coyote. I blow stronger and steady, and when I open my eyes, I have made a star.
The men's mouths drop open in surprise. I tap the star off into the sand to cool, and then I play Estrelita again. At the end of my pipe, another glass star bursts out. The men try to blow music too, but only burping noises and crooked bottles come from their pipes. "Welcome, little glass blower," their boss says, and shakes my hand. He puts my stars in the factory windows where they twinkle like real stars. As soon as the children in Monterey see them, they all want one. The stars sell faster than I can blow them.
One night when I am working alone, I get tired of playing Estrelita. I twirl the huge glass glob
onto the end of my pipe and began playing song called La Gonda Drinta. It is about a swallow gliding over the sea. A glass bird appears as I play. Its wings grow longer. I play on and it becomes the size of Roadrunner. I take a quick breath to play more. The glass bird grows as big as Coyote. I blow, and my swallow becomes bigger than Burrow. I tap the bird off, and the glass cools. The swallow's great wings stretch from one wall to the other.
I wish Papa could see what I can do. After sliding open the factory's big door, I push my bird out into the alley. I climb and play La Gondria again. Slowly, the swallow rises into the air. I'm flying! Down below, the lights shine from hundreds of windows with stars in them. As I play my pipe, the bird flies higher. I turn south, and when I see my town below, I play softer and softer and finally stop. The bird glides down onto a field of lilies. I run home, climb on in the window, and curl up my own little bed.
The next morning when Papa goes off to work, I get up. I have a plan all figured out. I put on Pedro's pants and sombrero again, and then I tear a tortilla in half and paste it onto my chin with flour and water. I take my pipe and run straight to Papa's factory. Buenos dias, senor, I say in an old man's shaky voice. I am a glassblower, come all the way from Monterey. Why, grandfather, Papa says politely, you aren't as tall as your pipe. How can you blow glass?
I twirl hot glass onto the end and begin to play a song called La Mariposa and How Pretty Butterflies Are. A glass butterfly floats from my pipe and flutters about, its wings chiming. Que bonita, Pa exclaims. If only my daughter were here to see this. But she is, I shout and rip off my tortilla beard and toss the sombrero in the air. Is that you, Elena? Papa asked, squinting at your service. Papa, I replied, and laughing. Then I tell him about all the funny and amazing things that happened on my trip to Monteria.
Now every day, Papa and I work side by side at our great furnace. Papa blows bottles and pitchers and drinking glasses. I blow birds, stars, butterflies, and songs. On Saturdays, tourists come from all over to dance to the music and to try to catch a glass butterfly. If you close your eyes and sit absolutely still, you may hear their wings chiming like little glass bells. Listen.